It's the 12 Guests of Christmas, and I'm so excited to be back with Paula M. Oh gosh, this is gonna be good. Let's do it. Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. We are still going through our 12 Guests of Christmas, and look who's here, Paula M. How you doing, Paula?
I'm doing well, thank you, Andy. I'm glad you're doing well too with your eye and everything. I'm glad that you pulled through that, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's. You and your subscribers. Thank you very much for having me.
Right back at you. Sorry, I had my level. Thank you so much. Right back at you. Always a pleasure. It's been too long. Love getting me some insight and gossip from Paula M. Guys, if you haven't followed Paula M over there, I love it because you anger people too, Paula. You say the truth so much that some people get really mad, just like me. You know, it's a good sign that we're on the right track. So we got some interesting insight from Paul. I was trying to figure out what to talk about, and you dropped a scoop that I thought, you know what, let's talk about this. And we're going to pivot also into some more Omid Scobie news. But You're hearing rumors. I'm not sure how much I buy it, but I want to hear you out. You're hearing rumors that Miss Meghan Markle is planning a YouTube channel. Could it be? What is this?
Well, she's planning on going to YouTube because she feels that people like me, you, or the Mexican community are trashing her. So she wants to have her voice heard, but I mean, I've done quite a few videos about it and a few lives, and we talked about it with some other YouTubers. Because, you've interviewed Thomas Markle and Samantha, right? Have you interviewed Samantha?
I haven't had Samantha. I mean, we did at the court. I went to the courthouse and we got to talk with her about it.
Well, Samantha and Tom Markle, they put themselves out there. You know that we don't script their interviews. People are asking questions and we asking them and we put them on the spot. They have, and I love them for that. They put themselves out there for better or whatever. And they may not always have the answers people want to hear, but they put themselves out there, Because also another thing that people are confused. They think that they know everything about Meghan Markle. And I just found out some information about Meghan Markle, that she had been part of the Soho crew since 2005. I just found that out like a week ago. So, because you can only get those pictures in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So, go figure. So, how some people can have a double life even if you live with them. So people assume that Tom and Samantha would know everything about Meghan Markle. I don't even think Trevor knew that Meghan was hanging around Soho since 2005. Well,
Trevor, her first husband. Yeah,
her first husband. Yeah. So now, because do you remember that rumor, Andy, that Jeff Bezos, remember that she was going to go to Amazon? Remember that rumor?
Yes, I've heard some rumors about that.
Kaput. It's not
like
happening.
for you mean for like the Spotify, like the podcast deal? Yeah.
Remember that was going on around, just like the Dior thing.
Yeah, it was interesting because not only did she not go anywhere else, not to Apple, nowhere else, but it was removed from the postcard, the Christmas card, Archewell Audio. So it does seem like while they said it was coming back, that was a clear nobody wants it type of attitude. So, well, I guess that's where I'm stuck. Like, why would she go to YouTube? And I point this out too because the only other person I can think similar, and I would argue Brie Larson, way more talented actual actress, Academy Award winning actress. She actually did a YouTube channel where she really tried to invest and get in there. She did okay, 668,000 subs, but she gave up a year ago. She couldn't keep doing it. And the videos stopped last year. It was hard. It's hard to maintain. I think she quickly realized that this was a full-time job. And it was like, how much is this actually worth? She, lived around and did it as sort of a, this is fun. And she did it, through the pandemic. I think it was right after pandemic style. She was trying to create this sort of brand for herself, as many celebrities realize they need to do. They're only as valuable as their audience. And look, the reality is, I don't want to say it was a bomb. I don't think it was a bomb. I just think it was a lot of work and diminishing returns. You know what I mean? For her. So, I mean, seeing that how well she did, I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. Meghan thinks she can be president. She can be everything. Of course, she's not going to see this as a warning sign. She's just going to go full fat and like, yeah, I'm going to make all this money. But given all these things, why do you think she would put herself out there on YouTube? Doesn't that seem like almost too much work for her?
Well, that depends because, I did an interview with NT Lawyer and he was saying that this is a woman who loves listening to herself. She can't be out of the spotlight. Spotify failed. She didn't get the thing with Jeff Bezos. You know that the Prince and Princess of Wales, they have a YouTube video, a YouTube channel, right? That they
Mm-hmm.
post videos on YouTube, right?
Well, and sorry to interrupt, but the Queen also just helped do a podcast, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and Sarah Ferguson also is launching herself in a podcast. She has something about tea or whatever. So yeah, and you have to remember, Meghan doesn't see herself as a celebrity. She sees herself as an ultra A-lister British royalty. I am still surprised people say that she's British royal. She's American,
Right.
but anyways. But so I say, I do believe that if she comes, because we've had debates. I mean, I don't know about you. What do you think? Do you think she'll have comments like we do? She'll
No,
have
definitely not. I don't think she could stomach the comments on her own channel. That's the thing, and that actually has a good pivot because we were speaking of which, here's a Happy New Year from home at Scobie grabbing his junk, wishing everyone from the bathroom, I guess. Hey, everybody, grabbing my wang. Happy New Year's. Oh, my God. Way to grab your Scooby, Liebrows. Scooby-Doo, indeed. But I just wanted to have an excuse to cut to that. But here he was talking to a person on TikTok, right? This was an interview he was doing on TikTok Live, discussing the lack of lockstep between Charles and William. Anyway, you were telling me, I don't want to watch more of his interview. Liebrows is just makes me fall asleep.
This is Meredith Constant, who's an alt sugar, as part of the Sussex squad. So she interviewed him, but she asked for the questions to be sent in advance. Like, it was live that she did it, but all the questions had to be sent in advance so she could screen them, and he would have to send them over to him for approval, and then they would discuss the answers, which is, I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know about you, Andy, but you and I, we've done lives. People hit us with all kinds of questions, hate comments, hatred, death threats, everything. But we're still at it. I mean, at the beginning, I was shocked, but you get used to all the death threats. So
it's wild. It's true, but you have to be when you're gonna go do this. There's a genuineness you need. There's a fact that you're not afraid of things, right? To put yourself back out there and address it. If you're really gonna go for that, I don't see her doing that. If she was to create something, I'd see it more like the Brie Larson brand, where it's very controlled, very curated, and the aesthetics and stuff are all Meghan style. But the problem, I would say, and the reason I don't believe this, and I'm curious what you think, chat, I just don't know if I buy this because this will not do as well as she thinks it will. It'll only do well from the haters reacting to her a lot, and I think you'll see in real time the success, just like you saw with Brie Larson. The success will start going down very fast in real time. Views she can't control. I just don't think her WME would want to risk that sort of brand killer, which she's done it so many times already, gone against my expectations and done dumb moves. But you know what I mean? As someone who looks at what it all is, that is a tough job for her to excel at.
Well, if she has complete control, don't forget that Meghan is a control freak. And this is the thing, that I keep asking myself, and we all YouTubers, we watch in horror, because sometimes we see our videos, and we think, oh, no, we should have done, maybe I shouldn't have, we have that self-awareness. Meghan Markle doesn't. You saw when she went to Vancouver for the hockey game, and she ended up in a commercial. She was there for less than a second. Did you see that?
Yes. She does have a very bad lack of awareness. So in that regard, it's like she doesn't think things through. However, I think she would more likely start the TIG again, so she could at least control it. She'd make more revenue on the video. She could have WME sell the ads. Going over to YouTube feels like, such a risk. But as you say, her lack of self-awareness might make her think she can succeed and then call out and respond to us. But what the other reason I just don't believe it, and I'm saying it, but I don't believe this one. She would then be in our algorithms. Her videos would be in our algorithms. Why would she want to send anyone over to a platform that's filled? And let's be real, our content would be way more successful than hers. I know. Why would she want? I would please, Meghan, but in fact, full screen, please come to YouTube and start a channel. I take it all back, please. But that said, why would she can't be that dumb and that unself-aware to put her algorithm in with ours to have her fans stumble upon the truth? No.
I actually, you know what, Andy, you know more about this than I do because, I'm at this. And actually, I talked with Andrew from POV. We were talking about it. And I said, because I don't know if you've seen Alec Baldwin and Hillary Baldwin, you know that they're thinking of doing
Yes.
a reality show. I
She's
mean, this is
with her
Hollywood.
changing accents.
Yeah, yeah, see. How do you say
How do
cucumber?
you say
Yeah.
cucumber?
Okay. But the thing is that people, even I'm surprised when you go to TikTok, all the big stars are there. You have like people. So now this is more socially acceptable. And don't forget that Meghan is addicted to social media. I actually asked anti-lawyer, and he said, well, if the thing with Meet Me at the Lake does not work, if it fails, which most likely will, because then WME will drop her. I mean, look what happened to her on stage with Kevin Costner. I mean, when you remember when Harry pointed to the guy to hand her over the microphone, and the guy just went, nope, nope, that's not me. And he laughed. That was brutal, even for me. I watched it and I was like, oh my God, this woman, if I had been hurt, I would have run off the stage, but she didn't. She stayed there and she continued smiling, and it's like, I don't think she's self-aware that way, just like Omid Scobie, and the only Omid Scobie cannot be a royal reporter anymore. He shot himself in the foot with that one.
It's true. His credibility is gone.
Finding
It's,
Freedom, gone.
I mean, Finding Freedom did way better than Endgame. If we were going to credit him to anything, that was the least successful. This one was not anywhere near successful. But you're right. There's a version of this where I could see her creating a Instagram, creating her brand, her posts, and sure, that could include a YouTube element where she posts some things from time to time. But I guess I'm getting caught up in the idea of her actually creating a YouTube channel like we do. I don't see her going all that deep. But I will say yes.
Let me
I
tell
could
you
see a
something.
Meghan Markle brand eventually having some content there.
But did you see the article that came out yesterday or today
Which
about
one?
her reaching out to King Charles, that she wants to reach out with him and she wants to discuss the use of her title for social media and stuff like that?
Does
Because
not surprise me. She's like, hey,
yeah,
can someone get King Charles in the line for me?
yeah. But she's
Oh yeah,
reached out.
sure,
It's all
Meghan. Here you
over the
go.
news. It's all over the news that she's trying to set up a meeting with King Charles because she's angry that how can, for example, Camilla be using the titles to be on YouTube, or Sarah Ferguson be Duchess of York, and I can't, because she's still angry about the Sussex royal not being. Remember when she said to the Queen, you don't own the word royal, and she wants to desperately go back to Instagram, X, and all of those, but using the Sussex royal moniker, handle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, this was the story. Again, good. I should have had this up earlier, but yes, and more proof that this is all brewing because Duchess of Sussex reportedly attempted to have a meeting scheduled with King Charles. She can challenge him on the rules she has to follow as a former royal. She wants answers. I mean, it's so hard to believe that anybody would be this dumb. Like, I demand answers from the king. Give me a meeting this second. Like, as she has any right to that. But, yes, that is very typical of what she does. But she doesn't understand why they've been subjected to different rules and other members and da-da-da-da. I'm sure the king has so much time to explain this to her, which he's never going to do.
No, but it is. She is desperate because I don't know if you've noticed, but the Sussex Royal Instagram account is still up. The Sussex Royal Twitter is still up. The Sussex Royal website still up, even though they're, it shouldn't be, but they're all still there. And because she already has 8 million in the Sussex Royal Instagram, I think she had like 10, but now it went down to 8 million or something like that. This woman is dying to, and actually, anti-lawyer told me that he believes that WME is the one holding her back. But then again, nobody can control Meghan because, for example, that pop walk with the new calm, that pop walk getting out of the gym, like those are things that actually, and that thing in Vancouver, I don't think WME was happy to see her do that 1 second advertisement. And
no, that stupid coffee advert thing or whatever it was. Yeah, no, it was
that was embarrassing. But
really embarrassing. Hey, look, Meghan Markle does it all. Oh my God, what is a stupid idea? Like she had to put herself in every position at that place. Like, give me all the attention. But yeah, it says here again, this source saying that It riles her that Fergie pops up on TV like Loose Women, etc., billing herself as Duchess of York, selling books and doing adverts all under the royal family, and then understand why it's a different rule for her. I mean, it's still so hard for me to believe this, but she has proven time and time again, as you said, she just has no self-awareness, understanding what's actually going down and why when you left, you lost those rights. But we shall see. And this is another point. Do you guys believe this too? Do you think Paula is onto something, that Meghan Markle might start trying to compete with us here on YouTube? I want to hear your thoughts down below. While you're doing things, make sure you hit subscribe to Paula M over there. Always a pleasure to have you, Paula. Thank you for being one of my guests of Christmas. Please come back in the new year. Hit the subscribe, guys. Hit those bells for all alerts. Smash the like button and let us know what you think. Do you think she will attempt to do this? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you, Paula. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Palace.